I'm not leaving Apex, boys. You know, Zach said it. Zach said it the best to me when I asked him, "What should we say on what went wrong?" Because I was asking him, and I was like, "There's a lot that went wrong with this roster," and he was like, "We'll just say that what went wrong was us thinking it could work." From the start. Because me IGLing that, being under the pretense of me IGLing Zach and Naughty, that was mistake numero uno. Yeah, we know we fucked up, but the past year was a big learning experience for all of us. And I think after the year we spent together, we all came out better players. And knowing more of what we actually want. Am I a free agent then? Buyouts are an option. That's all I will say. I believe that is all that I can say. There's one more thing I can say as well. It's not NRG. Sorry to burst some people's bubbles. NRG, I will not be playing with NRG. What's not a roster I'd fit with? I think me and Sweet could actually get along pretty well. This is gonna sound weird. I respect Sweet a lot, to the point where I think I could just straight listen to Sweet, and same way I could just listen to Hal now. And I also mesh with his playstyle. I think the problem is when I don't mesh with a playstyle, then I can't listen. I won't say who. I won't say who I'm looking at. I won't say who I'm going to play with. I won't say anything like that. But I've signed? No, I've not signed any contract with anybody. Biggest lesson you've learned in the past year in C9? That I need a calm team environment. I don't like loud team environments like the one that we had on C9. It's good for content, but it's kind of exhausting. TSM is calm, only one guy yelling. Okay. This is gonna sound bad. I know Zach won't care that I say this, so that's why I'll say it. The dynamic that me, Naughty, and Graceful had at Sweden was very team-oriented calling. We were all kind of all kind of carrying our own weight and doing our own inputs, I guess. And it was very, very calm and super. I don't know how to word it. It's not like Zach disrespects us, but it was much more Grace was much more respectful in how he talks to you. I don't know. I really liked that. Humble, yeah. Grace was very humble. And I realized that, I would love to team with someone that's always like that. That's not a dig at Zach. Because I fucking love Zach. He's like a brother to me. And Zach knows that. I stayed at Zach's house for a year, dude. Dude's like a brother to me. Fucking love Zach. You need humble teammates. I think I just need chill teammates. Just calm ones. I don't really like screaming comms and shit like that. I feel like they're very cluttered. I think whenever they did a listen into 100 Thieves, right, at LAN, you never heard them screaming. Never. They could be mid-fight and they were never screaming. I really like that. So, I don't know, if I IGL a team, I'm not going to be I'll be an assertive IGL. But I'm not going to be screaming at my teammates to make these plays happen. I really don't like that. And I want to have more of a active team dynamic. Your team needs to play Gibby Caustic? No. It's not a role that I ever... Caustic maybe, Gibby no. But Gibby's not a role that I ever wanted to be on. Actually, that's cap. That's actually cap. There was only one team I ever wanted to play Gibby with, and that was a TSM. That was the only team I ever wanted to play Gibby with, and I love playing Gibby with them. Apart from that, I've hated playing Gibby on every other roster. I've literally had no fun playing Gibby. But I loved playing Gibby with Hal and Jordan. I loved that. Actually, I remember what Graceful said at LAN. I remember exactly what Graceful said. He said, as a team, you should always have a certain level of autonomy. It was something like that. It was about every player having a level of autonomy and trust between the players to like be autonomous and not need to be microed. That's what I really want. If I IGL, I don't want to have to micro my teammate on the highest level. You know, like you're a pro, you shouldn't need that. Teams that rely on that is, I don't know, that's a really big weakness. I think 100 Thieves is the ideal team with the dynamic that I'm talking about currently, and that's not saying, oh, I'm going to try and snag a spot on 100 Thieves, because absolutely not, you know? They're a great team. They all have been through a lot together. All their individual stories are great, and I wouldn't want to take that away from any of them. They've all worked really hard to get there, and I wouldn't even try to butt in there, because I respect all those guys really, really well. I have a lot of respect for those guys, how I should word that. And I wouldn't want to disrupt their dynamic. Who's your team now? I don't have one. I will either make my own team, join an existing roster, or one thing's for certain, and it's that I'm not going to stop competing. I'm not quitting. My passion for the game is at an all-time high. I really want the people that I team with, I'm going to make sure are people that are going to match my effort and like really, really want to grind. My roster, ideal roster at the moment, I'm not naming names, but I think I want 2 controller players. It'll be a very aggressive style team. G2, I can also say it's not G2. It's not. It is not G2. I can say, I'll say that right now. That's not an org that I'm interested in. No, sir. No, sir. Not G2. No, no, no. Did you consider going back to TL? I've considered it. We've seen C9 roster's potential was capped at LAN. I think us not playing the game together for like 2 months was like a really big problem. Like me and Naughty played together a lot, but Zach not playing hurt me personally. Because I built a lot of habits playing with Zach to not counter call and like to turn my brain off and just listen. And then I didn't play with an IGL the entire ranked split. And I IGL'd in ranked the whole time. And I broke every single good habit that I had. Every single one. Me and Zach learned, bro. Me and Zach were great friends, well, we still are great friends. And, you know, we wanted the team. Just because you're great friends with someone doesn't mean you're going to be great teammates. You know? And that's a learning experience. That's just how it is, man.